Welcome and namaskar. This is Pia on ITV Gold. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Today we have the privilege of welcoming one such hero who left his illustrious career of 30 plus years to serve the community. We have with us Mr. Hemant Patel, CEO of Vocational Training Center from Muni Seva Ashram, Goraj, India. Welcome, Mr. Hemant Patel, to the studios of ITV Gold. Namaskar.
Thank you.
So, can you just tell us about Muni Seva Ashram, its mission and background?
Muni Seva Ashram is a pretty large non-profit NGO organization in India near Baroda. It's not in the city, it's about 40 kilometers away from the city. So it's in the middle of rural India, the village India. And they focus on healthcare, education, sustainability, and social care. So under one roof, they are managing all these things very well. Healthcare, right now they do manage a hospital called Kailash Cancer Hospital, and that is now considered as one of the 10 best cancer hospitals in the whole country.
Wow.
And for education, they are at any moment, any point in time, they are educating up to 2,000 students, all the way from kindergarten to the college.
Wow.
On sustainability, they have built one of the world's largest solar thermal dish, and that just got inaugurated last month. Social care, they have 3 old age homes. There is a home for mentally challenged women. So they do a lot of work.
So when you say Deshi cows, what does that mean? Is that the organic, you're going to be feeding her organic food and stuff like that?
Yes, they are the local Indian breeds like Gir and Kankraj from Gujarat. So they raise these local breeds. And they are fed organic grass and all the grains that is organically grown also. They're also free roaming. They are not bound all their life onto something and then they're on the machines. They're all hand-milked cows.
Wow. I'm aware about the great life of founder of Muni Seva Ashram, that is Anuben Thakkar, and her humble beginnings. And I know she recently, as we were talking earlier, got some awards. So I want you to talk about it and tell our ITV Gold viewers about that.
Yes, Anuben Thakkar, she is my role model also. At young age, about 25, 27 years, she wanted to she wanted to quit the society and become a sannyasi. So she found her guru, and she asked her to give her diksha. And he said that, no, look, I put on my saffron clothes and I become a burden to the society, but I want you to go and serve the society. So they got talking, and then finally her guru asked her to go and start teaching young kids in this village called Goraj. And that's what she did. Wow. So she started back 43, 45 years back. In a hut, she brought the rural kids and she started teaching them. And now, after 45 years, it's grown into this humongous tree with many, many branches. Just yesterday, as I was coming from India, I was taking my flight. The same day, she was awarded by the state of Gujarat the highest award that is given in the state of Gujarat, and that is called the Pride of Gujarat, the Gujarat Garima Award. And we are very happy. I'm very, very happy that the place that I call home for the last 12 years, and I really thank Anuben for offering me that her home, that her ashram. She finally got recognized. That was a long overdue, and that she got the highest award in Gujarat.
Wow, that is amazing. And Anuben, if you are hearing us right now, I would like to congratulate you on behalf of ITV Gold and ITV Gold family, and really we are very proud of that. So let's talk about you. You have an illustrious career you had it at DuPont, USA. So what inspired you to, shift your focus towards assisting the poor and needy in India? How did that happen?
Yes, I lived here in this country for 30 years and I had a very good career with DuPont. The company treated me very well, but at some point in time, especially when my two boys, they were finishing their school and going to the college, I started introspecting. What am I doing here? Why? Yes, DuPont is paying me the money, but that was not giving me the satisfaction.
Right.
And I started to think about, I really wanted to give back to the society. And I, of course, looked at, on one hand, do I want to stay in this country and do something for the society here also? There are a lot of needy here too. On the other hand, India, where there is the need is lot bigger, lot deeper. Mm-hmm. And also I thought that that is a country that gave me the education. I went to IIT Bombay, which is one of the prestigious Harvard and Princeton of India.
Right.
And the country trained me. And so I owed something to the country. So in the end, I said that let me go back to India and then give back to the country. So there was a hard decision. The family, my parents, my siblings, my wife, my children, some of them were, my children, my boys said that, okay, Dad, do whatever you want to do. But mm-hmm. the rest of the family, they're pretty upset that why am I living the life of luxury and going back to India, mm-hmm. naming like corruption and heat and things not working well. And but then I said that's the sacrifice that I have to make, then that so be it.
Absolutely. And so, Hemant, by living here, especially when you are in US here, the lifestyle is completely different. So were there any difficulties, any challenges while you were transitioning in India?
Yes, it was a difficult decision after having lived here for 32 years. Mm-hmm. When it came time for me to decide that if I want to go back to India and then do service to the society, or do I want to live here in the US and do the same, it was a difficult decision, especially when I talked to my family. They would say that, like, why do you want to go back to India? There is a lot of heat, a lot of corruption, a lot of gandaki, a lot of field. And that was on the back of my mind, but then I got lucky. One of my friends from IIT Bombay, there was a big reunion that we had in San Jose, Pan IIT reunion. And in that reunion, my friend, I told him that I wanted to go back to India to look for an NGO to do seva. And he suggested that I should go check out Muni Seva Ashram. So when I went to India, that time, first I went to Bangalore and I interviewed with another NGO that was founded by Sudha Murthy. And that was a very good NGO, but when it came to where would I stay, and they offered me a service apartment in Bangalore city, and I didn't want to do that.
Wow.
And then I didn't accept that, but then I went to Muni Seva Ashram, and this place in 40 kilometers away from Baroda. It's in middle of the rural India. There is a river flowing by, very clean environment, no pollution, no traffic. When I looked at that place, I fell in love with that.
Wow.
And this place is automatically takes care of the corruption, because this place is beyond corruption. Anuben Thakkar, the founder, she had said that we are going to be in this society that there may be corruption and dirt and filth outside, but we will stay clean. And she has that principle. We have to date, we are adhere to that principle to the letter, to the point. And so for me, it was very easy going to this beautiful, nice place, clean, beyond corruption. And that just, I fell in love with it.
Wonderful. I mean, this place sounds like very beautiful the way you are describing it, and I'm sure it is beautiful. So let's go back to Muni Seva Ashram. Just tell us about your work, at the ashram and the impact it has had on the community there.
Yes, I was fortunate. I was born in upper middle class in India. I got good education. I went to one of the best engineering colleges in India, IIT Bombay. But I got connected back to IIT Bombay through our IIT Alumni Association, and I got to know with a lot of the people who are working there. And when I went, I visited the rural India where my my forefathers came from. I realized that a lot of the rural Indian, the kids there, they don't get any education anywhere close to what I got. So I had decided that I would be focusing on bringing up, giving this education and jobs to the rural India. India has a big problem of there are too many youth,
Right.
but they are unemployable because they don't have good education and they don't have good skills. So before going to India, I decided that I'll be focusing on the training of these rural youth leading to employment. And so I'm very fortunate that's what I'm doing at India. Muni Seva Ashram has set up a large vocational training center where currently there are 250 youth training, and the center is growing to accept close to 1,000 youth students, girls and boys, by end of the year.
Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing.
So we train these rural youth on hands-on skills like welding, plumbing, electrician assistant, computer skills, nursing assistant, and then we find them jobs. So till now we have trained close to 3,500 youth, and we found them employment in and around Vadodara and the other industrial factories nearby.
So everybody gets like placed by you?
Yes, we find them jobs. So we tie up with the employers and our students. So it's not that we'll educate you and then we'll let you go into the society. We'll find you a job, and if you're not happy with the jobs, then we'll get you a better job, better paying job. So we have to really negotiate hard with the employers also. We have to understand exactly what they need, what type of skills would be really useful to them, and then we provide that type of skills to the students.
So how many people are like there? Like how many teachers are teaching and how many people are there?
It's a Muni Seva Ashram has 5 different educational campuses, and each one of them is a residential campus. This vocational training center is also a residential campus. And so we have approximately 40-45 staff, of which we take care of everything from the wardens and the cook and the cleaners and the teachers. Approximately 20 of them are teachers teaching, and the other 20-25 they are supporting staff.
It's very amazing. The numbers are really amazing that so many kids, get taught and then they are placed for their jobs. Yes. So what are some of the key projects of Muni Seva Ashram?
One of the key projects that we really would like to focus on is setting up a sports complex. The youth who come to Muni Seva Ashram, they come from the tribal area, the hilly area, and they are exceptionally good in sports. They don't know that, but until now our students have gone all the way to not only to the state level but also to the national level.
That's amazing.
And that is also without any training or without any coaching. So what we want to do is we want to set up a sports complex, and we really want to give them good training, and we want to have our students not only go to the national level but to the international level. So this is one of our key projects that we would be focusing on for the next year or so.
Any other projects excepting this one you have like coming up?
Yes, we are also for the vocational training center. Now we are getting a lot of students, the demand is very high. So we want to introduce new courses like drone operations, the e-vehicle repair. So we want to train our students to become technicians for repairing the electric vehicles. So these type of courses that we want to introduce so that we stay on the leading edge of technology.
Any new projects or expansion plans for Muni Seva Ashram? You can talk about that.
Yes, there are 5 different areas where we focus on. One of them is healthcare, and as I mentioned earlier, the cancer hospital is one of the 10 best cancer hospitals in the whole country. So there are expansion projects are happening. We want to introduce different modalities to improve the care that we give to the patients. For education, a lot of our students come from the rural area, and these students they come from the hilly area, the tribal area, and they are very good. They are very good athletes. Even without training, these students have gone all the way to the state level and also to the national level. So we want to expand our outreach to these students so that we can enroll and train more and more of these students. But we also want to bring out the skills of their sportsmanship. So we want to build up an athletic center, a sports center, where we can give them formal coaching and formal training, so they can not only go up to the national level, but also to the international level. In sustainability, we have built up the world's largest solar thermal dish, and we want to expand that, and we want to introduce that to other centers all over India also. So we would go out and provide the services wherever the needs are, and there is a very high demand for all these areas.
Wow, that is amazing. And I know Muni Seva is a global charitable foundation. Can you please enlighten us about its US chapter and its contribution?
Muni Seva Ashram has set up a sister organization called Muni Seva Charitable Foundation. It has been approved by income tax authorities in US, and it is 501c3 approved. And so all the donations that are made in this country, they are 100% tax deductible to the donors. All the volunteers in this country, they work without any pay. So 100% of the donation that is made in this country is sent to Muni Seva Ashram, where it is put to good use for the people who are in need. Similarly, we are in the process of setting up a similar organization in Canada also. That would be also run by volunteers, just like in the United States.
That's amazing. And Hemant, by looking back on your career and philanthropic work, what advice would you give to the young professionals who want to make a positive impact in their community?
That's a great question, Pia. When I look back at my life, I worked in this country for 30 years, and I was happy. It was, but I had a family to raise, and I was taking care of my kids, and it was fine. But when my 2 boys went from home to college, I became empty nester. I said that now that's the second inning of my life, and I can really do something else to the society. So when I compare the first inning and the second inning is so much fulfilling, so much satisfying that I would never give it back for anything. So if you really consider that at least small portion, small time of your working hours, if you can devote to the society, do something, the society will give you so much back, and there is so much satisfaction and happiness, you'll take it back with you. So think about it as not doing for the society, but doing it for your own self. And that's how I see that. I mean, I'm the beneficiary, nobody else is.
Absolutely. So I want you to tell our ITV Gold viewers, how can they get involved with Muni Seva Ashram?
Yes, there are volunteers in every major city of the United States. So the next time when you're thinking of visiting India, set aside maybe a day or two to go and visit Muni Seva Ashram. You'd be amazed. That place is, when you go and visit that place, you'll really see that will be one of the most fulfilling day of your life. You'll see all the activities that happens there. After that, you'll be able to decide whether you want to volunteer a day being there, or you want to come back to this country and you want to give back, you want to spend some time with them working virtually, teaching, for example, English or some other science subjects, or you want to help financially. But there is a website, munisevaashram.org or greenashram.org, and there you'll find all the information about this our organization.
Any other messages you want to give out to our ITV Gold viewers?
When I look back at my career and what I've been doing now, I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I've never looked back the decision that I took 10 years back, that why did I leave my prestigious, illustrious job and went to India. Every day is fulfilling, every day is satisfying, and I would suggest that you should also consider giving a small portion of your time to the society in this country. When you start doing that, the society will give back so much more back to you.
Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.